Hi, my name is Nada Debuse and I'll be discussing usability for the hearing impaired. Some facts about the hearing impaired to start off with. 2 to 4 of every 1,000 people are impaired of hearing. Over half of the population in the United States become deaf as they grow older, and less than 1 of every 1,000 people in the U.S. become deaf before turning 18 years old. 9 to 22 of the 1,000 people are hard of hearing or deaf. And American Sign Language has different linguistics than English. Automated synthesizers. They're used for American Sign Language. They enable more information to be accessible to the hearing impaired. It gives the potential to allowing the deaf to be able to participate, listen, and understand communication among audiences in classrooms, seminars, and more. The reading level for adults with hearing impairment is at 3rd and 4th grade levels, due to the fact that differences between, there are so many differences between the English language and American Sign Language. So hand modeling for American Sign Language, there's digital translators, or they aid better than closed captioning and telecommunications for the deaf. There are shortcomings with the current implementations of hand modeling. It's necessary to give it a more natural and realistic look. There's deformity of the palm, created while signing due to the positioning of the pinky finger and the thumb. There are hand transcribers and sign transcribers. This is a bi-level system. Basically, on the bottom, we have the lower level, which has a hand-shaped transcriber. And then on the top, the upper level, we have the sign transcriber. And the sign transcriber uses a hand-shaped transcriber to allow users to identify location and motion of the hands. There's 3D virtual animations mimicking American Sign Language, and it's developed into software that translates into English. Closed captioning, computer interfaces, a telephone with teletype capability, and information through the web are all accessible to the hearing impaired with these softwares. Educational software is also available for the deaf. Learning English is made possible for the hearing impaired with software that translates English into American Sign Language. And these are a couple of softwares we have. The Institute for Disabilities Research and Training, they created a few different American Sign Language programs for educational purposes. They even have software for babies, My First Sign Language. And then on the right we have iCommunicator, and it gives the deaf or the hard of hearing the ability to have a two-way communication. It converts speech into video sign language and text. Users are able to type in comments or questions, and therefore they have a two-way communication by having the text voiced out loud. Interact AS is it's American Sign Language. It's another software that allows the deaf to communicate with those who do not know sign language. The hearing impaired are able to see closed captioning of conversations being held anywhere, such as the radio, conference room, meetings, classrooms, etc. It also gives speech to those who cannot talk. Then we have communication with a mobile. There's something called Mobile American Sign Language, and it's a whole phone dedicated to those who are deaf, and that's a picture of it on the right. Also, you have communication with FaceTime, Skype, and other video chats. Thank you for listening.